How's it going, guys? Untamed Gaming here. Glad to see you guys stopped by to check out the content. And today I've got some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Alpha gameplay here for you boys and girls. And today I would like to give you guys my first impressions on this alpha. I know it's not the complete game, but you know, you gotta critique something that's out there for people to see, and you know, you just gotta give them feedback and stuff like that. So, alright, so Call of Duty made this tweet. And they said that they're giving us a couple hours early to download this game. And that's when I went onto my PlayStation 4 app on my phone and I downloaded it on the spot. Put my PS4 in rest mode and then went to bed, woke up, it was ready to go. So that's when I started recording this. And to help those guys who just cannot stand motion blur, you guys who got the game and you hop in the the main menu of the alpha, you go to the options menu, and I'm pretty sure it's in graphics or whatever, and there's two motion blur settings. There's a motion blur for the map you're in, aka it's called the world motion blur, and then there's the gun motion blur. I have no idea why these had to be in two separate things. If I were to say something right now, Call of Duty, can you please just make it as just one motion blur setting? Well, I don't really know the person who would just want to turn off the motion blur for their gun and not for the world, but I don't know. I'm not that person, so I have no idea. But Call of Duty, if you were to make that change, please make that change. I don't understand the reason why there's got to be two motion blur settings. So I turned those off immediately. And plus, if you guys cannot stand film grain, what that pretty much is that it's pretty much kind of how you would see it in a 1980s TV. You know, it's like really grainy, you know, it's not really clear. There's that option. I think it's either above or below the motion blurs setting. It'll show you what it will look like if you have it to the max and what it will have it if you don't have it, you know, on like 0. And I thought I would like to have it at 0, but I don't know. I think that's kind of too clear. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make sense here, but I placed that at 10. At default, it was 25. So I just brought it down just a little bit. I don't know. I just think it would help a lot if I just lowered it down by some. But anyways, my first impressions on this alpha, and I know it's 2v2. It's not, you know, your casual Call of Duty 6v6, and not the outstanding ground war mode that we'll be getting. But you know, with time that will come. So let's talk about maps. And with the alpha, they said that they'll be coming out with some maps that we've already seen, aka when the selective few were brought to the Infinity Ward studio and to play their game for about 3 hours or so. And they even included some new maps that we didn't see. And well, that, to my knowledge, I didn't really see the whole entire stream. I just watched like a few, like 10 minutes of it. So there was this map called Speedball, and to me it literally looked like a paintball field. You know, I really like these ideas. You know, it's not like, you know, it's a war, so put it in a war-based map. I like the ideas that it's, you know, it's not really thrown at you at, you know, a war. It's more like what you'd see if you were to grab your paintball guns and go playing paintball. And I really like that. It's not really, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but you know, it's like the creative aspect of these maps. You know, we know it's a war, so don't put us in a war setting map for this, and just put us in like an arena type thing. You know, that's where I'm kind of trying to get at, is the things that you don't really that you would expect in this game, and you put them in there for, you know, just the fun of it and the creativity of the map and stuff like that. So that was Speedball, sorry. Speedball. And there's the ones that we saw, which we're playing on the footage right now, is Pine. And to me, I just feel like this map will be the least liked, to my knowledge. That's because it's a forest, and once you get to use the snipers or the marksman rifles and stuff like that, or pretty much in anything in general, once I think about it, you can literally just be in a bush and you could prone there, and if someone's not really trying to look for you, they could just walk right past you and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure in this gameplay I do that once we get to the MP5s. I'm getting shot at. I go down to this structure, the wooden structure, not this one, but the one opposite of the map, and I drop down to a bush. I go prone. This guy is literally shooting above me, thinking I'm standing up, but I'm prone. And I have my alive teammate on the other side, him shooting, so he's putting out suppressive fire, and I come out and get the final blow. So, I don't know, for camping, map will be for those people, for the campers. And there's another one called, well, you already saw, there was King, there we go. So the maps I got to play on so far, unless there's more maps out there, was Pine, King, and Speedball. I only limited myself to 3 games because if I play a little bit longer, I start to not really want to play it anymore and I get bored of it. So I kind of forced myself just to get out the game for a while, then possibly wait for a friend to join me into the 2v2 and wreak havoc on people who want to face us, or we just get our booty slapped. And now let's talk about guns. The guns in this game actually do have recoil. If you guys were wondering, yes, they do have recoil. So, you know, it doesn't really look like it, but if it's not really suppressed, then you don't really get that recoil. But there is guns out there that do have recoil. The Desert Eagle, of course. Then you got some other guns along with, and it kind of throws off your aim just for a little bit, but with some time, shooting your gun for a while, you know, into some matches and whatnot, you will get used to it, and it will just be like nothing. So it's one of the things that will take time for you to do, and you're gonna have, you know, it's not really gonna be a big deal. Now for quickscoping is one of the main topics when it comes to a new Call of Duty game, and since we've got the chance to play this game in the public, free to everyone, you don't have to have PlayStation Plus to play this, it's free for everyone. And so yes, there is quickscoping in the game, but it's quite difficult. Along with this, I feel like there's a new method of aiming down your sight. And one of the matches I've gotten to, I don't think I'll put it into this video, but it has a guy who's trying to quickscope, but he just, you know, stutters, you know, like in and out quickly, you know. And I'm guessing that's called the stutter scope. So, I'm not sure how bad it is in this quickscoping community, but it's a stutter scope, I guess. Keep trying, but anyways, so yes, there is quickscoping in the game, but it's hard to do, along with, you know, the hit detection in this game, along with all of the other Infinity Ward games. It is pretty spot on. It's not like you're shooting 3 feet ahead of the guy and you're still hitting him for some reason, or you're shooting behind him, he still hits you. It's pretty precise hit detection. And so, along with the gameplay, this gameplay is obviously 2v2. It's elimination, but if you don't get that last guy, there will be a flag for you to capture if you can't find the guy or he's just camping somewhere. Always in the center of the map, there will be a flag, and you have to cap that, and I think it takes like 5 seconds, I guess, to cap the flag, and then it would be over. So if you and your buddy plan to camp in the back, in which I see a lot of people do, I guess just wait them out, because pretty soon then there will be a flag, then you'll cap that, then you get the win. In some cases, they just don't want to stay back there, and then they'll just rush up, and hopefully, you know, they're bad, so you just get the easy kill, I guess. So that's been the gameplay so far. It's elimination, and if it comes to overtime, you get the flag. That's pretty much how this game goes. And for any tips out there, I recommend going to the highest point of the map. That is pretty much my opinion of the strategies I usually go to. You don't really see it in this gameplay, but I was just kind of testing the game, going low, then going high, then going low again. I kind of find it easier to go higher because when you get the higher ground, you get to see a lot of the ground, and you hopefully you don't get picked off. You get to easily see where people are at, and hopefully your teammate, kind of does his strategy of what he thinks is best. And once in a while you get that good teammate and to put up suppressing fire, then the guy puts all of his attention on that guy, then you can finally finish him off. So my tip is to go up on the highest point, especially on the map King. When you go up in the center of the map, there's that big plateau you can walk up to. You really need to use that and kind of beat the guy if there's a guy beat a guy who's gonna be doing the same thing. So that has pretty much been my first impressions on this alpha. To me, I feel like it's a really good alpha to start off with Modern Warfare. I cannot wait for when the other modes come out in the beta. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever it makes. Stay awesome. Have a good one out there.